Hey guys, welcome back to Buster's Corner. Let's see, microphone working this time. Yep, we're good there. All right. This is going to be just a short, quick little video on how to set up an AI roster and how to set up an AI race. I use this primarily for testing the setups. Um, I don't do as much as I should, but it worked really good on Martinsville. Usually on the other tracks, you can get a live session set up for a hosted race going on. Martinsville, I don't think a lot of people like Martinsville for good reason. You're going to lose a lot of safety points this week. Um, so I'm just going to show you how to set that up. So I'm here at my home screen to my dashboard. We're going to go to AI Racing. I have a roster here already for me. I'm going to create a new one. Create a roster. Let's give it a name. This is for the YouTube. Okay, I'm going to use car classes. Add a car. Go down here until we see our next gen. And oh, am I doing this wrong here? I did it wrong. It's the other one. All cars are a single class. And we're looking for next gen. And I'm going to put 9 in here because I make the 10th car. Okay, there's our roster. Now, this has a bug in it. And the bug is that when you put your mouse over this guy right here, all those things go away. And that creates a problem for us. So what I want to do though is I want to set my roster up so they're all fairly close. I don't need stragglers in the back and stuff like that. You can if you're looking to pass people. I'm looking to see if my setup is comparable to AI's between 90 to 100%. So I want all the cards to kind of be in that group for me. Especially if you're doing a drafting track, you don't want slackers in a drafting track. You never get the draft. So I go through and I change these guys. First off, I'll just pick the first one and hit this down arrow like that. Now, relative skill we got to change for each driver. But the rest of the stuff, how aggressive do you want them? Not 90. I'm going to say 80 to 85. Optimism, same thing. Put them right in the middle somewhere in the 80s. Smoothness, everybody's pretty smooth. Age, I like these guys about 30 years old. Pit crew, they're excellent. Strategy, we're not going to pit anyway. Now up here it says apply to all, and you'll see apply to roster. So everybody in the roster is going to get these settings except for the relative skill. So we're going to click on that, save it. All right, close that up. Now see, there's that button right there. I should be able to hit that button. It's not closing. There it is. Okay, close that guy off. Now from here, okay, my phone's going off. You got to grab each one of these little down arrows, sneak up on it, and we're going to change the relative skill. What's the name of this right here? So between 80 to 100, I'm going to want a couple of guys at 100. So I'll do this guy at 100. Click that up. Let's go catch another guy. Here's Drew. Bring Drew up to about 85 or so. There you go. Okay, here's a 70 sitting here. So you have to go through each one. Bring him up somewhere between 80 to 100. Put a couple of 90s in there. Okay, save edits. Now close it and come back to it. All right, hit this little button right here, relative skill. Start with TJ Majors. We'll put you, 94 is good. Okay, I got a 39 here. Bring this guy up, we'll make you 100. All right, this 41's got to change. 89 is good. Somewhere between 80 to 100. Okay, let's go back up here and hit this again. Okay, so right now I got 200s, 94, 91, 91, 89, 87, 84, 46. So 84 is fine. So what do we need? Need another, we got 3 in the 90s, 94. Somewhere between 89 to okay. So let's take you and move you. That's fine. Okay. PG&E went out, and these guys are killing me. The power came back on. Everybody gotta let me know the power came back on. I can tell the power came back on. All right, so our lowest one is at 84, 87, 88, 91, 91, 93, 94, a couple of hundreds. That looks pretty good. Save it. Okay, so we got our roster. Now let's go create a race. Create a season. You can do that on your own. I'm not going to get into create a season. I'm just doing this for testing. All right, I got my Martinsville in here, and you can change this to not AI is not available on all tracks, so sometimes it will, sometimes it won't work. Martinsville MAR. All right. Now going here to track. Pick a track first. I did. I got Martinsville. There we go. Okay. Like I say, I'm doing this for testing. So enable start zone. They have that in the league. So if you need a practice start zone, leave that on. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Joker parade laps. Check all this. Don't count cautions. Check all this if you want to. Fast repairs. All right. Your car. You've already got that in there. Race options. You can take car damage off. This is a good place to take car damage off if you just want to go around. Yeah, that's up to you. You don't need any of this. Weather. I always do not pick dynamic sky for testing. Okay, 30 minutes to 75. Now, here's the cool thing about AI testing. You can sit out there and practice. You can set this up longer if you want to, and you don't have to have the race at the end. But once the practice is done, and you still want to work on your car, you can just skip back to practice. Keep running practice all you want here all day until you're ready to go run the final race, or set for practice only. All right, AI opponents. We need to pick our. We're gonna pick the YouTube roster that we just created. Now, and here's where you change. I got it set for 80 to 100 because I've already done this before. So that's where you want it. Now, if you're really that good and you want to go to 110, that's fine. My goal here is to find out how well my car operates between 80 to 100. If I can get in the middle of this group somewhere, I think I got a pretty good car. Track conditions, I like 50%. You can probably go higher on this. Well, they're going to lay down some rubber. So let them lay down some rubber, and they'll bring up to 60, but have them ready to actually race. Okay, carry over. Time of day. This is important. If you don't learn nothing, learn this. You need your schedule in your hand and look up your race you're running. I'm looking at it right now as I'm talking to you. Martinsville is going to happen on 10/29/22. All right, 10/29/22, and the race says 13:40, which is 140. As you can see, I've already got that in there. It's imperative that you set the right day for your race in order to get the weather to come out approximately where it should be. All right, continue. Race. And we'll wait for it to load. Now, if you, as you get into this and you say these guys are too slow, what have you, go back in, you can go back into your roster and change these guys right here. That tells you what they got. But if the group's too slow or you got a guy too slow, go back in and change it. If these guys are too fast for you, I would definitely though I would not. I would definitely keep a couple of guys at 100%. I think you have to have that. But if you want to do more passing and you want to see how well your car handles in passing, then knock a couple of these guys down to 60s, and those are the guys you'll get around fairly easily. Um, if you want to mix it up a little bit. So, all right, here we go. Screen's loading. There's the start zone comes up, the rules comes up. We don't need that. All right. I've got my setup loaded. Let's just run a couple quick
Matching
laps.
car and track data found in Sim Experience database. Profile modified.
Funny thing about AI is they like to pit. So like when I was running Talladega practicing with them, and I finally get a guy to draft with, he would pit. Alright, just wait for somebody to come out here. Anybody on the track yet? It takes them a while to get their driving suits on to get out on the track so you can... Come on, you guys. Wake up out there. Well, you know, while they're getting warmed up... Oh, whoa, whoa, easy. Let's park this thing. Get out of here. So what I was saying was, so up here at the top of the screen, practice. You can advance it to the qualifying to the race if you want to. Or when practice is over, say I got 2 minutes so far, I got 30 minutes, and you're still working on your car, just push the practice back again, and it'll start over again. Okay. Now we got some guys on the track. I want to get some guys out there so I can get a feel for what the car is doing in a group. There comes some guys. There we go. Now we got a pack we can play with. Easy. Now they're pretty good at their braking skills, I can tell you that right now. So you're not going to be as good as them probably, but I think I'm catching him. Oh! So right now I'm 4th fastest. Probably as more guys come on the track, the slower I'll go. I think if I focus hard enough, I could catch these guys right here in front of me. Oh, that's me overdriving it. That's me overdriving it. Alright, you guys, you get the gist of it here, huh? I'm falling. That's only because these guys haven't come out of the pits yet. Alright. Let's just see what happens here, just for kicks. Let's go to... Just for kicks. We're going to advance to the qualifying, just to get some idea what my qualifying setup's like. I don't have one. We're going to use our race setup here. Alright, 1 to green, 2 to go. Oh, I should take my green line off too. I actually was in a practice session earlier with the green line off, and I was actually faster.
Here comes your first time lap. Uno lapo.
Uno lapo. What I get? Cut me off, didn't it? Fifth? Oh, wow. They smoked me, didn't they? Wow. Okay. That's it from here, you guys. All right. Uh, that's how you set up the AI and have a little fun with them. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Buster's Corner. Talk to you later.